Woman has to stay alone on her wedding night. Husband would rather have coffee with friends. Don't want to go home because he didn't know his wife for long. They've only known each other for a day. He was forced to marry by the rich father. Even if his wife prepared a table of delicious food for him, neither of them said a word. Annie is like an outsider. I don't know where to put my embarrassed hand. She tried hard to be a qualified wife. I know my husband likes coffee. I specially made coffee for him and brought it to him. Al doesn't want it. He said no matter what you do, I won't even admit that you are my wife. Al doesn't want to stay with his wife, just as he was about to go out, but found Annie for him, ready clothes and ties. Al didn't get dressed. He called Annie, warn her, don't touch my clothes again in the future. Al always believed that. Annie married herself with ulterior motives. The more Anne behaves like a wife, the more determined he is. Confused, Al and his friends went to the seaside to relax. He told his friends, within 3 months, he'll let his wife take the initiative to divorce. When they were ready to leave, but was just knocked down by a man, Jack started scolding immediately. Al has no nonsense. Just give it to Jack. He was sent to the police station on the spot. Jack doesn't accept private anymore. He insisted on suing Al. Al finally panicked at this time. He didn't want his father to know. The other side. Annie at home received a call from the police. After Anne arrived at the police station, he made a sincere apology to Jack. Finally persuaded Jack to give up the prosecution. Al was then released. He's still confused. Why did Jack abandon the prosecution? Until the moment I saw Annie, he finally understood. After going back, Al asked and why she did it. Annie said, I just did what a wife should do, but it made Al more confused. This woman, why on earth are you so good to yourself? That night, Al slept on the sofa. Annie kindly covered her with a blanket. When Annie left, Al suddenly woke up. It turned out that she was just pretending to sleep. Because of what happened this night, it shook her mind. Annie, the better for her. The more Al's heart repels, not because she hates Annie, but because she didn't want to admit it. Father's decision was right, although she didn't want to admit it. But what she thinks of Annie, slowly changing. Even later, he will fall in love with Annie deeply and cannot extricate himself. That day, Mom and Dad finally came back from the trip. As soon as the old woman comes back, gave Annie a white eye. It means to warn Anne, you're going to have a miserable life. Sure enough, that day, the old woman took advantage of no one at home. Start scolding her. She held Anne directly to get her out of this house. Then throw Anne's luggage out. Annie didn't speak. Silently go to pick up your luggage. She can just leave. But Annie remembered my promise to Al's father.
Cuidarás de tu matrimonio, incluso ante las mayores dificultades.
And walked home with great determination. The old woman looked unbelievable. Reach out and prepare to teach this lesson. I don't know, a daughter-in-law with lofty ideals, but Annie stopped her. Then Anne went back to the room, locked the door. The old woman is still knocking on the door. Annie was terrified. At this time, she didn't even have a dependency. Seeing my daughter-in-law so bold, the old woman immediately ordered the servant, bring me the spare key. The door was still opened. The old woman was very angry. She cursed you, a poor daughter-in-law from the countryside. Still want to rebel. Get out of this house. Otherwise don't blame me for being rude. Annie said you can't do this to me, although you don't like me, but it can't be changed. The fact that I'm your daughter-in-law. The old woman said, I have never admitted that you are my daughter-in-law. I'm going to pull Annie. As a result, the force was too strong. Annie hit the wall directly. Annie fainted on the spot. The old woman panicked completely. If the husband knows, I'm sure I'll kick her out of the house. Just then Al came back.